This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast from the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Best Ball Mania is live with $15 million in prizes. Promo code GOLFSGPN to claim your special pick. First time deposit offer up to $250 in bonus cash. Golf SGPN is your promo code. Finally, we're brought to you by Royal Retros. Royal Retros has jerseys, t-shirts, hats, jackets, sweatshirts from all the old school teams that you love. Use promo code SGPN for 10% off your first order today. That's code SGPN at royalretros.com. All right, PGA Championship, little Wells Fargo recap. Talk Rory, talk all the dudes. Brian Kirshner joining me on short notice. So thank you for being here, Brian. Ready to talk some PGA with you.
Yeah, no, we did this for the Masters. I always like getting the content going a little bit earlier than normal for these major weeks. I mean, I think in general, I haven't been super locked into prepping for the PGA Championship just yet. But again, I think I have a pretty good sense of the golf course. I think there's a lot of takes on a lot of different golfers, a lot of different golfers doing a lot of different things right now. And I'm very excited for you personally to be flying to Louisville tomorrow and seeing the course. So, in all seriousness, I will be waiting from takes from you and Adam this week to really solidify my card.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of stuff coming the next few days from the Twitter content game. So definitely be on the lookout for that. So thanks for joining me. You talked about you had a decent know about the course. You have to pick. Obviously, you need to be amazing in all four categories to be a major champion. What are the two? Do you have to pick two stats? What are the two stats you want to drill in on? If you can only look at two this week, what are they?
Yeah, I mean, it's always, I would say, strokes gained approach. And then honestly, other stats, I would just say results in major championships. I mean, I think that the PGA Championship has kind of trended itself to winners that are very experienced and have major championships under their belt. I mean, if you just look at the last 4 or 5 years, I know it's not the biggest sample size, but the amount of majors between the people that have won them is very high, with Phil, Brooks, and fucking Colin, and then also JT. So it's the U.S. Open has kind of been the more first time type of guy. So, I mean, I think major experience and, being able to pop on approach would be the two biggest things, I guess, that I would be looking at.
That's weird that's kind of came to fruition. That first time thing is more for the U.S. Open. When at the end of the day, the course setups aren't absurdly different. They're both stern long tests. So that is weird that's coming. I'm going to say my two stats are going to be driving distance, strokes gained off the tee, and scrambling around the green play. I think that these greens are going to be smaller than normal and firmer than normal, and just the course is so long that no one's going to hit a ton of greens. So I really think the short game guys who can bomb it out there, like Minwoo Lee. I'm really high on Minwoo Lee this week, and we'll get there just for that reason. So, let's talk about Rory. Rory, what did he finish? 8 under today? I fell asleep after 17 and 18.
Well, I think it was 6 after he doubled.
He made a double?
He shot 6 under today. Yeah, he doubled 18.
Wow. Imagine that was the difference for my bet. That didn't pan out. But Rory, excellent finish. Xander, gutless or never had a chance? What are the
so I mean, I think that if Rory wins at -14 or -15 and Xander comes in the way he does, I think it's a completely different conversation. I think that there's really no world in which Xander wins that tournament. I think that the Players is a worse result for Xander in terms of him being a loser or gutless than what happened at Wells. I mean, Rory had a truly historic day, and no one, I don't even know if Scotty would have beaten him today. Did Xander look great? Did he make a lot of mistakes? No, but I mean, I think he played pretty well, the first 11 holes, and then just kind of made some silly mistakes. But I'm not super low on Xander after today's finish, just given the fact of how low Rory went and how no human on earth was ever beating Rory today.
I'm gonna disagree with you. I'm I'm a Xander apologist, and I am so upset with how this weekend panned out. Because, okay, the players, he had a ton of guys in contention. Anyone could have won that. He had to fend off the entire field. Scotty coming back from a million shots. This week, it was a 2-horse race. He had 4 strokes on Rory for 36 holes. Or whatever it was. It was a 2-shot lead, a 4-shot lead. He was winning for the 36 holes. And there was nothing that he did. Never put the pedal down, never took that next step, never did what he had to do. And my case for Xander to win this week, over the weekend, was there's these fairways you can hit them even if you're not driving the ball perfect. Like we're at Sawgrass, those drives in the rough are so much more penal than they were here. So I was like, okay, when he's at his worst, his driver causes him issues. And the driver wasn't perfect, but he was playing out of the fairway so often these last 2 days, and he was hitting like wedge shots to fucking 50 feet, missing greens, and not being so sharp with those short irons like you have to be. And just so gutless. You couldn't ask for an easier win for Xander Schauffele.
How was it an easy win?
One guy.
Rory McIlroy.
I get
Rory McIlroy at Quail Hollow the week before a major with no Scotty in the field is arguably like one of the best golfers of the past 5 years. Like, there's not many people I would want to go up less than Rory McIlroy at Quail Hollow. Like, I think last year was a way worse result for Xander going up against a 0-time winner of Wyndham Clark. Like, I truly am not down on Xander at all. This week, it would have taken an all-time performance for him to win. Again, if Rory won at 14 or 15 under, fine. Like, sure, I understand it, but I'm not there with Xander. Like, I think he's winning the PGA.
You're okay. You're lying. He's not. Is he on the card? Is he considered for the card? 18-1.
I don't even know. I mean, I think in all honesty, like, Rory just put up an unbelievable performance and no one was beating him. Like, Xander's he's just playing some golf right now. And like the way, and I was talking about it before, and immediately that's when he crumbled. But to me, he just has absolutely no weaknesses in his game. Like, I think he is the second most complete player on tour. Like, his driving this week was unbelievable, and he's really increased his ball speed numbers. Like, he's like fine at like 185, 186, just pounding drives. Great long iron player, like good short game and a good putter. Like, he doesn't have any like real weaknesses where you could say that about a lot of people. But
that's always
I mean, it's tough because without Rory, it's like Xander really, really needs a win, and he obviously didn't get one this week. But again, this is not like a top 3 like Xander loss for me at all.
All right, yeah, I know what you're saying. It's just like the fact that he had a lead over the weekend, and it was just a match play situation for the whole time, and he blew it and did not ever take. There was no point besides that eagle that he did something good. Like, he was never like made like a big moment shot where Rory had so many of them. Like, if it's Rory, if it's anyone else who's playing really well behind him, you gotta close. You gotta make that moment, and he just did not do that. So it's just rinse and repeat with Xander. So let's move on to the PGA Championship.
You don't want to talk about Rory?
We're gonna get there because he's the second. He's the second golfer that we're talking about. So this is honestly a massive 10K plus DraftKings range. Surprised to see Patrick Cantlay up here. Patrick Cantlay 10K. Colin Morikawa, Ludwig Aubert, Brooks, Xander, Rahm, Rory, Scotty. This is one of the bigger 10K plus range I think we've seen maybe ever. So let's start with Scotty and Rory. Scotty, baby swag. Scotty hasn't played in a few weeks. Rest versus rust. How does Scotty come out?
Yeah, I think Scotty, I'm not doing any, undermining of Scotty this week without a doubt. Like, I think maybe the baby stuff and the rest stuff means he could win by 2 instead of 6. I personally understand that the course is a bit more open, and I think it opens itself up to more golfers. And again, everything we talked about with the baby and the rest. However, like, I still think like Harbor Town wasn't that long ago, and I would be genuinely surprised if he doesn't win or is like in the final group. Like, I genuinely would be really surprised.
Yeah, I think like the worst he could probably be is like even through 11 holes, and that's like his floor. And then from there, he's just off to the races. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think trying to fade Scotty and doing like is just like stupid because if it works, okay, worked. It worked one time and 50 tries, you can victory lap that. So, I mean, if you don't want to just put that 13-2 in your lineup, fine. But the thing is, you could say he's overpriced, but you can actually build with him in your lineup. We have a 5K range. We have down. I'm not saying you have to put $5,000 price golfers in your lineup, but
Yeah.
you can get down here and build. Like whereas at Harbor Town, he wasn't this expensive, but there was no 5K range. So there was winners in Harbor Town contests that didn't have Scotty Scheffler in their lineup because just the way the math worked out, you were able to build without Scotty. Whereas here, you could definitely add Scotty and then go down sub 6K
So,
and find some
so if
green.
you were to play Scotty, I mean, I have it up right now. Like, who
Yeah,
would be a second guy in that you would like to play? I personally would not like to play Scotty and all slapdick dudes. Like, where would you
right.
go that it seems like easiest to build? Like a Scotty Fleetwood 8-7 or a Scotty Hovland 9-2 build? Like
Well,
that
so you're
leaves
left
you with
with
68 left. Like that's not terrible if you could find someone like kind of in the high fives.
yeah, I have 5K players that I like already that I'm gonna
Okay.
put in. So I think there's definitely names, and I'm gonna do a whole 6K 5K show later in the week. So I'm not gonna go too deep
Yeah,
into the
because
5K
I
range.
honestly think like PGA in general, it's the easiest event for me to play shittier golfers. Like Mac Hughes is 5,800, Eckroat's 5,700. Like these are guys that like Mac Hughes was contending at Wells Fargo this week. Like he's a
Right,
really freaking good golfer,
and
and
he's quick.
70 people make the cut. Like this is a week where I think a lot more lower tier guys, it's easier to make the cut and play them.
Yeah, I know. I totally agree. So we'll get there when we get there. Rory McIlroy coming off of the win, back to back. Honestly, he just needed to see the ball go through the hoop at Zurich. Got that win, and now it's maybe another one. Do we think how does he fare in his return to Valhalla? He did not fare well in his last defense. What was his last defense? Was that
Hoylake.
Kiwa? Hoylake.
Hoylake
Okay,
and
so
Kiowa. He actually
Hoylake and Kiwa.
won the event before both of those events. He won Wells in 2021, and then he won the Scottish Open a
Okay,
week
so
before
he
Hoylake.
hasn't done those well. How do we think he fares here?
Yeah, so I
Good golf. Is Rory
personally,
McIlroy a good golfer?
I would say yes. I would say he is a
Okay,
good golfer.
okay, confirmed.
My opinion on Rory is that I believe that Rory McIlroy will win another major in his career.
Really,
Like
I
I,
thought you
I
were on
don't
the record
think
that he won't.
No, I'll say that I think Rory will win another major. I don't think he'll win two. I think he'll win one more major and end his career with five. I do think the major that he will win, it will be a random US Open or PGA course that he has no connection to and is coming
Yeah,
in a little bit under the radar. I don't
100%.
believe that Rory McIlroy is going to win his fifth major for the first time in 10 years the week after dominating Quail Hollow and coming to a course that he's already won on. I don't think that is the strategy for Rory, and I don't think that's the right mental mindset that he needs to be in to win a major. This is not golf course dependent or form dependent. This is a pure mental aspect to it, and that's how I personally feel. So, in my opinion, yeah,
100%.
Rory's playing great, but him dominating Quail Hollow to me is not super impressive, just given his history there. Ludwig and Scotty not being in the field. Like, yeah, it's one of his best PGA Tour wins. I'm sure you could say that, but it doesn't holistically change anything for Rory for me because he's won the week his start before the major in like a regular event so many times and it's never worked out. So I don't think that changes this week.
I agree, and yeah, it's never going to be. Will the course make sense? It's fucking Rory McIlroy. It's always going to be more mental, like you said. So definitely agree with that Rory take. John Rahm, 11-4. He is the third highest priced golfer, $500 more than Xander Schauffele. I mean, John Rahm is your guy, as we all know. You bet him a lot on Live. So thoughts on Rahm going into this week?
Yeah, I think Rahm's going to be a pretty popular bet. I think that people are
Because
already kind
the
of
number's
looking
drifting,
at.
right?
Yeah, he's like 18-20, and I think people are in. I personally think in DraftKings, like he's overpriced. Like I think
I think I agree.
has a way higher floor and will play better. And even like Ludwig and Morikawa, like
And
I think
Brooke.
there is real potential for Rahm to like falter, and I don't think a lot of people will play him.
Like,
Like
why
I
is
think he'll be
Brooke $600 cheaper? That I don't know
yeah,
why.
even Brooks, really.
Yeah.
So to me, with Rahm, I trust you guys. I know that, like, to me, what he's done on Live this year means absolutely nothing to me. It's a true, like,
Yeah.
he went poo-poo in the potty situation. Like, when you left Live, you were a top 2 player in the world with 2 majors, one of the best golfers in the world over the past 5 years. You're playing in 50, 60-man fields where, like, 20 of the guys you could completely throw out. Like, yes, Rom, like, you should be finishing top 10 every week. I know that he's looked shaky in a lot of different starts, and he's had the shanks, and he's done
Yeah.
uncharacteristic things. I personally do not think Rahm is winning this week. I think that he has a lot of, T40, T35, T25 potential versus the other guys here. So I'm really completely out on Rahm from a DraftKings perspective, and I'm just not really high on him in general.
Yeah, and he hasn't obviously you mentioned those great results on Live like he should. He hasn't found contention though. They've all been coming from the back door. He's never been in the mix on a Sunday. So, yeah, definitely odd start for the Live season on John Rahm. I don't know what his ownership will be like now
I think it'll be
because
low.
yeah, I think I agree because people are gonna jam in Brooks, and then if you want to get one of those top guys, obviously you can't go to Rahm. So
Yeah.
he could be the last major, the Masters, I went with 0 Live players at all in any DraftKings lineup, any pool, and that worked out really well for me. Obviously, Bryson was there, but he faltered down the stretch and didn't really pan out. Cam Smith got a good result, but outside of that, the Live guys didn't really show up.
I mean,
So
you've been tracking Rahm. Do you personally believe that his game's in a spot that he can win a major championship this week?
no, I do
No.
not.
Okay.
I do not. Yeah.
I mean, I
So
trust you.
yeah. Okay. Xander Schauffele just gave a big take about him. He's gonna play Xander Schauffele golf. He's gonna fucking be in the mix. He's gonna back if he doesn't start great, he'll backdoor top 10. If he starts great, he'll hang on and probably finish T3. Any overwhelming thoughts about Xander besides what we just said?
Yeah, I think he was more of a lock at the Masters. I think after last week, I don't think Xander's just going to T7 this week. I don't know what he finished at Oak Hill, but I don't think it was anything great. I don't think he played great at the PGA Championship last year. So he's not someone I'm really like looking at this week. I don't feel as great about Xander as I did about him at the Masters, where he just seemed like a free square.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what you had to say there. Jeff Feinberg says Hatton over Cam Smith for the Live guy. I think that's fair. Hatton is gonna be like Xander, where he'll just hover around that
Yeah.
215 number all week and just
Yeah, I think Hatton makes sense, and I think he played Valhalla in 2014 and finished
he
top
is a
30.
generation. He is so good at playing from position 3 to position T20 the entire week, and just
Yeah.
hovering in that spot and never having a real chance. But he's down the board. Ludwig obviously withdrew last week. He's going to be so popular in so many markets after that Masters performance. You don't think he will?
No, he just
Why?
withdrew.
Yeah, he says he's fine.
Well, why would you play? Like, I
I'm not.
personally am not like, I'm not saying you, I'm just saying like, I'm not like rushing to like jam in Ludwig after he just withdrew the week before.
People see him at the Masters do what he did, and he's the shiny new toy. Ludwig will be popular this week, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I always think that like the out tag on DraftKings, like he's just not going to be as high owned, and like his
You know who
number is
won't,
shit.
you know who won't be popular? $10,000 Patrick Cantlay.
Yeah, I would say he will be. Under and I know Mr. Lack, our friend, is very high on Pat this week.
Is
Just
he?
given, yeah, he is like just given
Okay.
Memorial Comp, like great bent putter.
Yeah, you saw my tweet yesterday, right?
He hit a 3-wood to like 5 feet today out of the bunker. Yeah, I think Pat. He's had a down year for sure.
Oh yeah.
And he'll definitely be low owned because he's just very overpriced. However, I don't think people are really running to bet. Like, I also think Cam Smith right below him is overpriced.
Colin
I
will
don't
probably
know.
get some love at 10 too. I do think Colin will get some love. He's finally figured out the iron game, and he's showed up the last 4 weeks of the
Yeah.
season. So not that I don't think this is the best golf course for Colin Morikawa at all, but
I mean, people like Andy and everyone, like, it's Memorial Comp, like, have to hit a fade. He's won at Nicklaus courses before. I mean, Colin is like the next guy on the odds board versus all the elites. Like, he's the first guy after. I mean, I know it's like that on DraftKings, but like in my opinion, he's the next guy out of those elites that everyone think will win.
Okay, 9K range. Cam Smith's up next, down to Wolves Outdoors. This 9K range is honestly pretty small. Cam Smith has been an unserious ball striker on live, truthfully unserious, and
Bad GUR percentage.
Bad GUR percentage. Look, if you want to have some fun, go watch Cam Smith's back 9 at Augusta on Sunday. The most absurd up and downs and par saves I've ever seen, truthfully. But that's Cam Smith. And if he can find fairways this week, he can be in business. And Cam Smith's been talking so much about his health and fitness and practice and diet around this time of year and how it's finally rounding into form. But we've only seen so much, and it hasn't really been great. So I'm out on Cam Smith. I just can never rely on a guy who's just going to.
But he's been good on live.
He hasn't really been good on live.
What are you talking about?
He had that T2 in Hong Kong. He finished top 5 in Adelaide. So that's really
and then at Live Singapore, he
what did he finish?
I think he was like top 5 when Brooks won. He came in second when Brooks won.
Did he?
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
He lost in a playoff. He finished top 5 at Live Adelaide, and then he finished runner up to Brooks.
Second. Okay, that's why he shot 64 on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't. It was the first. It was over after.
You weren't fucking logged in, dude.
No, I wasn't logged in to Live Sing, I guess. Okay, either way, I'm still out on Cam.
You're out on Cam Smith.
Out on Cam Smith. Got to plant my flag where it's planted. So I'm out on Cam Smith. Are you in on Max Homa? Max Homa. This is a very interesting range, actually. Very interesting range. Smith, Homa, Bryson, 9-8 to 9-6. You can make a case, and one of these 3 players is going to be so extremely chalky. Max had his breakthrough in a major last week. I think people are going to want to go back to him because he's freaking Max. And then Bryson is flashed at the Masters. I do not think Bryson will fare well here at all, but I can see Max probably be my favorite guy out of these 3. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just riding Bryson this week.
Did you bet him?
Like I bet him 66 to 1 in August. So like I have a number on him. So like I'm just gonna say that he's gonna play well, even though I'm not 100% positive about it. Like it's more just so like I have a good number, so like I'm gonna be high on him for the week. But yeah, I mean I do think that a lot of people were high on Bryson coming into the year, and he showed that at the Masters that he can contend in the majors, and I do think this is a good course for him. And I know the live form hasn't really been great, but I do think that there's a part of him that is really more focused on the majors. So I'm playing Bryson and Wendy in this range, I think.
Okay. Joaquin Niemann hasn't done shit in a major, but obviously has all the talent in the world. Out. I probably am out. I can't say obviously I like Joaquin Niemann, but I don't want to say yeah, I'm playing him when JT 9-3. What do we think the narrative around JT is gonna be? He's gonna have to do more media than
he's playing good, man.
He's playing good, and I love the golf course for him. He was a pseudo course setup guy. They ask him some things going into the week on how the course should set up and play. Obviously the hometown narrative. I feel like he had an eye on this week during his week at Quail, and maybe it wasn't at his sharpest, but I really can't trust Justin Thomas more than anyone over a 5-foot putt.
I personally, I don't know what he did this week. What did he do at Quail?
Let's see. Let's pull it up.
I'm genuinely curious. T21.
I saw he hit his irons good, I think.
I personally think I could definitely see JT T8 this week. Don't think he can win, but I do I could see I don't think the hometown stuff will be too much for him. I think it'll be too much to win, and I don't think he's going to win a major, but I can see him T7 to T12. I honestly like him a little bit, depending on ownership. I would definitely play him as second man in or something.
Yeah, and I love his short game that he has on a golf course like this. I
Yeah.
mean, at least around the green play, I'm talking. The putter still scares me. Victor Hovland, 9,200. Let's say
I'm
let's
in.
do the.
I'm
You're
in.
in.
I'm in.
Over under ownership, 8%.
I don't know. It's tough for me to say right now. I would
You have to run
say
some
in a
models.
vacuum, people might play him.
Okay.
Like I
He
think
is.
like people like he hit the ball really well.
Yeah, he did.
Aquel. Like
I know.
really
Like
good.
bad beat, 35-1 bad beat, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Like
he
that's just too good of
easily
a
could
number.
have
That's a
won.
bad beat.
He
He
easily
should have
could have
won.
won.
Wait.
I'm in on Hovland.
So wait, Rory beat Eric Cole by
40 strokes.
no 35 strokes.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
hilarious.
no, and that's I was confused because I like looking at the total strokes gained someone got when they won. And usually
Yeah.
in smaller field events, you don't gain as much. And then Rory gained 19. I'm like, what the like how that makes it more impressive. But Adam explained to me that difficult conditions, small field, like the
The
reason he gained
variance.
so many
The
strokes
variance.
is because so many guys shot plus 10 or so.
Right. Right.
So yeah, no, like Jeff said, Hovland's ball striking Sunday was amazing. And it was also just like good for the week. Like he was very good on the week, and the around the green game was, not great, but
I mean, it's fucking Victor Hovland. You don't expect
yeah.
his around the green game to be elite. Like,
But
no, I'm
like
down, especially
even like
low end.
last summer, like I thought Valhalla was a great spot for him, like Memorial Comp, Miraflores Village. Yeah,
He was
Memorial
declared to
Comp.
win this week in this
Yes.
in the
So like
summer.
I'm riding it. So I'm riding it. Like I'm
You have a
probably betting
future?
like a 40. I have a future,
Okay.
but like I'm gonna bet a 40.
So you could tout the 40 and not the 16.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, I have to run it with the police, but
Like I'm like
um,
like I could like people listen to this, like I have a Hovland 22. Like I easily could just like pretend I don't have it. But like I'm fine betting money on a 40. He's probably not gonna win. And like having that for like what's wrong with that?
no, it's just like I don't know how it's correlates to your ROI and season long structure. So we'll have to. I
I
have to
guess
talk to
the fairest thing I could do would be like average it.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair.
But
That's
I'm
what I do.
not.
No,
I'm
you
not.
should.
I'm not. Like
All
I'm
right.
like
I'm just
Hovland
kidding.
40-1 on the card.
On the card. Okay. Pick one of the two. Wake Forest boys. Will Zalatoris, Cameron Young,
Zal,
91 and
not even a
9K.
question. Fuck him,
I
yeah.
think I'm with you. I think I might bet both these guys. I'm not even kidding. I think I might bet both these guys.
You're
But
not betting Cam Young. That would be a
I
grave
really
mistake.
might. What are his
That
odds?
would like genuinely like stop.
What are his
He's
odds?
not winning. He sucks. He's actually terrible. Did you see all of King's posts today?
Yeah, I did.
He made
was
like
definitely
4
sweating-
doubles.
He was definitely sweating a top 20. I could tell.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know why.
He was tracking hard.
No,
But
I'm
No,
no. You're not
Let's look
betting
at
Cam Young.
Cam Young
I
finished
genuinely, I'm not even like scared. Like he's no chance to fucking win.
T34. Dude, he gained over 3 strokes ball striking, lost 4 around the green. He's definitely winning this week. I like Cam Young. I think I'm going to bet him.
Wait, like I know it's DFS show. Like I know it's very early. Like, where are your overall thoughts on your betting card? Like, are you ripping anyone 20-1 below?
My initial thoughts: Minwoo Lee, Sahith Theegala, Stefan Yeager, Patrick Cantlay.
Okay, so you're betting like a full card.
I don't know. This could all change when I see Xander on the range tomorrow. Just absolutely striping 3 woods and be like, "Fuck, it looks so good." Remember last year when Adam went to the first boots, like he went to Oak Hill or whatever,
Yeah.
and he landed on Siwoo. Like that was.
And I
so
was like, you just walked around Oak Hill for 3 days and you to bet Siwoo came at 100-1. I can't really, but like he also hit the winner. But like,
it was just funny.
I also like vividly remember like everyone else he bet was like terrible. Like it was just Brooks.
But he hit
no
the winner,
beef to Adam. Like, I'm very excited for what you guys see and Adam's week.
Adam's
of
got
content's
good
great.
Yeah. So you're picking Will Zalatoris between the 2 Wake Forest.
Yeah, I like my bet Zal like 50.
No, like you bet good golfers in the majors in the major conditions. Will Zalatoris
Yeah.
is a good golfer. And
I don't like his Sunday. I do not like his Sunday.
Do not like his Sunday. No, he was just giving us a better number. I think that's all he was doing.
Yeah, and like also he missed a cut at Byron before he won Southern Hills. So
before he won Southern Hills, I remember when he did win that. Dude, that was sick. All right, let's go on to this 8K range. Before I get to the 8K range,
don't love the 8K range.
If you're a baseball fan or just a degenerate sitting in the office, subscribe to the MLB Gambling Podcast. You can find it right where you find this podcast. Go over to MLB Gambling Podcast and subscribe. And then finally, Underdog Fantasy. NBA playoffs are here, and our sponsor, Underdog Fantasy, wants to make it a lot more interesting. Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. Play their pick'em game. It's as simple as selecting higher or lower on player stats like rebounds, assists, and much more. Make entries on players or basketball players, or mix them with golf. Mix it with any sport. You can win up to 100 times your money. Underdog is available in 30 states, including California, Texas, and even Canada. Promo code GOLF SGPN to claim your special pick and a first-time deposit offer up to $250 in bonus cash. Golf SGPN. Follow me on Twitter. There will be 4 Underdog articles out Wednesday night through Saturday night for each round of golf. So tune into those. And yeah, Underdog. Golf SGPN. 8K range. Matt Fitz leads the way. Very pathetic. Very, very, very pathetic.
How has he won?
Did we all bet Matt Fitz last week?
Yeah, that was bad. It was bad.
So Matt Fitz 8-9 down to I'm trying to look. Down to Patrick Reed 8K. I don't know what happened to Matt Fitz last week. If he just did something okay, I feel
no,
like
I actually think he shot like -5 today. I'm not even capping. He like played really well on Sunday.
4 under, yeah. He still.
I don't like this range. Like I don't like anyone.
He
like
lost
Fitz
4
sucks.
strokes on approach.
Fitz sucks. Spieth sucks. Fleetwood like lock T7. Not actually, but like Fleetwood.
Oh, actually, Fleetwood's in my early leans too.
Fleetwood first round leader for sure. You bet Fleetwood in Louisville. Decky hurt. Burns. This is kind of Burns part of the country.
But Burns has never. This week was very impressive from Burns. Very.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to buy 1 week of sample size on a guy who has not done dick on a big boy track. I don't think I'm in on Burns. Okay. I think I'm in on Spieth though. Spieth has been an absolute machine off the tee. Absolute machine off the tee.
Yeah.
And he's got, if everyone's missing greens, he's got the short game. I'm down for Spieth. What's his price? What do you say? Where is he?
88. He'll be like
88.
No one's gonna play.
Yeah, he was nothing on last week, and I was literally ready to. Sorry, I was ready to victory lap my Spieth take last week, and then he just shit the bed over the weekend. So I really wanted to vic lap.
And he's injured.
Really did. And he's injured. Decky, State of the Union, injured. I think he's fine, dude. He's always injured or not injured. Like, I think you just play.
I think he peaked this season. I don't.
He could have. That's a fair take.
Like, I think he had his like good run. I don't think it's gonna be back, and I'm not buying him. But like, honestly, would be down for like a Ludwig Spieth Decky start.
Shane Lowry, are you taking a lot out of last week into consideration? He's not too far removed from that elite iron stretch he was on.
Obviously, he can't putt. Can't putt.
Yeah. I mean,
he like legitimately like is broken with the putter, so I'm out.
That is funny. I can't believe Sahis at 81. Like that's I feel like he's been more recently. Like he's been priced up, and now he's dipped down. He might be a little chalky, but he's around that.
I think Deegs and Hatton will be popular. I think they'll be higher.
Deegs and Hatton, yeah, he's around that range where he could be. He could be popular. I don't think Tony Finau cares about professional golf anymore.
Okay, you're out on him.
Yeah, like I just really like. He's got his family. He's got a bunch of kids. He's caddying for his son at events. Like he has
What did he do this week?
Nothing good. He just lingers around that like T40 range every week. T52, shot 8 over par, lost a stroke off the tee, lost 2.3 on approach. But he's kind of letting one of his better ball striking seasons of the last 5 years go to waste because he's outside of this week, he's hitting the ball really well, but he's like has no heart. He's never like been close to contention. Yeah, I don't know what to make of Tone.
I like Day.
I don't know if I like Day. It was one good week. Look at his stats; they're really, really bad.
No, I fuck with Day. I'm in on Day.
Okay, pick one live guy: Dustin Johnson or Patrick Reed.
Wait, Ben On is gonna be like.
Oh yeah, he's 78. Owned. Yeah, he will be so far owned.
He's gonna be so highly owned.
He makes a lot of sense too.
No, like Ben will be 18%.
Did you see my text today about Ben On? He's been the most consistent golfer on tour, not named Scotty Scheffler or Xander Schauffele.
Yeah,
Like without a
he
win.
owes me $4,000. He's a cocksucker.
Cocksucker. Oh yeah, you did see that text.
Like genuinely, he could go fuck himself.
Sungjae, great week finally. I want to see Sungjae's stats this week.
He was shit today.
Yeah, he was shit today, but
his
right?
chipping and short game was sick this week.
Dude,
they just kept showing
nuts.
Sungjae, and he was just like hitting insane chips all the last 2 days.
Dude, he gained strokes across the B. He's figuring it out. It was just a matter of time for Sungjae to
I think Sungjae
pay off a good result.
I think Sungjae
7-9. Like, come on, let's do that. Tom Kim, miscut.
I mean, he pops when you don't expect him to, so maybe.
Yeah, remember when he won the Open last year? Yeah, that when he shot like 29 on the back nine.
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah.
Minwoo Lee.
He's your
7-7. He might be my pick. Oh, this Minwoo, Siwoo, Connors range is so sick. I love all three of those guys. Connors will probably finish T11 this week, hit every green and every fairway. Siwoo absolutely striping the ball this season, but has not really much to pay off for it.
He striped it last week too.
Yeah, this whole season has been one of the better tee to green players. Like, obviously, he's always a good tee to green player, but he's on a different level. Okay, what we came here to pod about. Taylor Gooch, $7,600. Sadly, I don't think he has the driver to make it happen here, but he does surely have the short game. Thoughts, Taylor Gooch?
I think Taylor Gooch being 7,600 just like shows how dumb it is, like how much we talk about him. And like I try and not like entertain the Gooch conversation,
Right.
but like this is not like an elite golfer.
No.
And I think his price reflects that to a certain extent. I'm out. I think he's better on short courses. I don't think he's long enough off the tee to fuck here.
Yeah, I agree. $7,400 Nick
Straka every single lineup.
Yeah, he is fucking so hard. He's really found something this last month. The last two starts have been good. Yeah. This week was good. Nikolai was in the second to last group at the Masters, final group on Saturday, whatever. Hasn't played much. He's missed his last two cuts. And honestly, the Masters result was kind of fluky. It was very short game oriented, but he's a high ceiling player. Worried about his recent form though. Any real thoughts on Nikolai?
Yeah, I think his like outright odds versus DFS prices is very off. Like,
what are his outright odds?
He's like 150 to 1 outright. Okay. I don't know if it's that off, but like I think that like a lot of people around him would have like a lot lower odds. Like Brian Harman is like way. Harman might be a play, honestly. I don't know. I think he's underpriced.
Thoughts on Ricky Fowler at the same price?
Yags is 71.
Yags might be on the betting card.
Like most pop, like this is so Yags, Ben-On, Scotty, like that has to be like 1,000,000,000% owned. Like and then Dean 7K flat, obviously.
What do you want? You want a stat? Just go when you get time. Look at Keegan Bradley's approach results the last 5 weeks.
Bad?
They are insanely good. Insane. Look at like everything else is kind of shit, but he is striping his irons. Like it's like an all-time like run from Keegan with his irons right now. Yeah, this lower 7K range is kind of fun. That like Dean 7K is absolute lock.
Is that an ESL?
What is an ESL?
Every single lineup.
Oh, dude, I like that one. Dean we'll see.
ESL.
Dean ESL. What about Shea? You think he'll be popular, but if there's a young stud to like make a not win, but just make a name for themselves in a major, I think it's Akshay right now.
Yeah, I agree. I think Masters, like I think he even was like half decent there. Like I think that was tough off the win, but yeah, I like Akshay. Good long player.
Down. Okay.
Dude, Noren 7-2?
Yeah, if you want Xander Schauffele, just put Noren.
Like Noren, Yags, Dean, Straka are like objectively like I feel better about them. Like Reed, DJ, Day, Tom Kim, Lowry. I prefer all of those guys, like not even price related.
Yeah, this is a sick range, and you like even like Adam Scott. Like I'm down for Adam Scott. I don't like Adam
No,
Scott.
I don't hate Adam Scott either. I'm sure he can make the cut and finish T28.
He finished T15 in 2014, and he's like
Fuck.
he will gain strokes.
Fuck, dude.
He will gain strokes on a fucking approach and off the tee and just like linger around that
I like
T20
Adam
range.
Scott.
All right, I
I'm
want you to
living in
run.
this range, I think.
We should make a lineup of just this range, just like
Yeah.
7-6 to 7 flat. All these guys
I'm
can
legit
fuck.
down.
All right. So yeah, we both love Yags. Go through the 6K range and like talk to me about a guy that catches your eye in the 6K range because I don't want to really go too deep into these two ranges, but
What do
touch
you
on a few
like?
guys.
What do you think about CD and KM?
CD, I really think Pinehurst is the spot. I'm not gonna call my
I
shot.
called that though.
You
That
did?
was my pick
Okay,
when we did
I
the
did
show
not.
in December.
You picked Cam Davis.
Cam Davis was my long shot at the U.S. Open, and I
Oh,
have a 150 to 1 ticket, which might be completely useless.
Yeah, I think his number might double. But like,
I thought it was good at the time.
I like Cam fucking Davis. Like you know that I will call my shot on Cam Davis. I
like Keith Mitchell. I really like Keith Mitchell.
Oh, I love, dude. This is the best ball striking form Keith Mitchell has ever brought into a major in his entire career.
Yeah, like why is Keith Mitchell 66?
He's in my 6K video that is coming
like Keith
out,
Mitchell might be an ESL straight up.
Yeah,
that is one of the biggest misprices.
6'2", Thomas Dietrich, love that. Played college golf at Illinois. This part of the country.
Taylor Moore,
high-end driver with a 6-short game. Yeah, the 6K range is sick. There's guys down here. Go to the 5K range. Throw another name out.
Jordan Smith.
What is he, 6'5", 5'5"?
5'5". Soderbergh, he can make the cut.
You know who make the
Hubs?
cut?
Patty Rogers?
You know who make the cut? Yeah.
Thorbjorn Olsen, 5'5". is a massive misprice.
Thorbjorn, 5'5". Patty Raj, 5'6". Patty Raj is an elite fucking driver. Eric Van Rooyen, great Long Island player, great driver, just fucking Myrtle.
Wait, what is EVR?
Honestly, we could have the winning lineup just starting
what is EVR?
5'8", I think.
5'7"?
5'7".
Dude, that's a big
Who's just 5'8"? Yeah. Brian, make a lineup starting at, let's make one right now together. Starting at $7,600 and below. That is our lineup.
76 and below.
So you start us off 76. I'm gonna put my screen up actually. Where is it? How do I put that shit up? I don't think I can. I don't think I can.
It.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No.
Just do that. You don't need to see me.
Oh, you can still hear you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's start this shit.
I will start it with Yags at 7-1 because I think we both like Yags.
Okay. Yags at 71. Where is he? Dude, this okay, 70s. I don't even want we don't even have to go this high. We can start at fucking Yags at 71. I will go. Oh, there you are. I will go with my one to live guy of the week, David Pooge, 58.
No.
Why?
He fucking sucks.
No, he doesn't.
We just talked about so many. No, I'm out on.
All right, fine. All right, fine.
Agree. Keith Mitchell's next guy.
Oh, yes, you're right. No, it's my pick. We do have to agree. You're right. Can I pick Thomas Dietrich?
No, we both like Keith Mitchell.
All right, fine. Keith Mitchell, your pick. You just made 2 picks. Your pick.
As Kyle knows, I do this a lot. They're like, I'm in I'm in like I do one and done with Kyle and Andy, and they just think I bully my pick every single week, and I just shit on all their picks. And like just don't give any opinions on mine. However, I did convince them to pick Rory this week after they wanted to take like Tommy Fleetwood because he was low owned. So I'll Vic lap that. I think EVR.
EVR? Okay, I'm down.
EVR is like an elite ball striker.
Yeah, and a great long iron player.
All right, you actually get a pick.
And he was like 3rd off the tee in Myrtle, which everyone knows if you could drive it in Myrtle, you could drive it at Holla. It's just like the direct comp. All right. 50.
You don't have to go super low. Like I'm fine with like
yeah.
Marty Kimes.
What I mean, auction? No. I'll do Adam Scott. Adam Scott.
Okay, I honestly like that. I honestly like Adam Scott. I don't hate. What is he?
73.
Okay. I want to say Dean, but like I think he'll be very popular.
No, I could see Dean missing the cut too. Like
Really?
I don't feel
I
like
think
Dean's a
Dean's
lot.
good at golf. You watch
No,
Live.
I had it, dude. I bet 30-1 Dean. That fucking hit. I got shit on for that pick too. And it
Is
hit.
Dean good at like Dean's a
Yeah,
bomber? Like I want a
Dean's a
bomber
bomber.
here.
No,
Like
I mean,
is
if you can win
the
after a
girl
while, you can
stats
win.
on Live are good. I'll go Dean.
Ooh, this might be on the card.
Just ripping Jigs
Eggs.
200.
You're gonna go Dean? Okay.
I'll go Dean.
I can't wait to screenshot this as our official lineup for the PGA Championship. All right, I'll go Tiger. No. All right, I'm kidding. I don't need to go this low. Last pick. No Cam Davis. I want to go Keegan. I
prefer Rodgers at 5-6, but I'm fine with that.
No, I want Keegan. Rodgers scares me. All right.
Fine.
Our 9,200 remaining, our official lineup for the PGA Championship. Tail this one for sure in your cash
I genuinely
games.
think that has a shot to be a 6-6.
Yeah, I do too. I'm definitely going to tweet this fucking out after. So, any final thoughts, any closing thoughts, Ryan Kirshner?
Yeah, I mean, I think overall, like, again, I'm like looking forward to your thoughts, but I think it just like, I think it's Memorial Cup, shout out Andy. Like, I think it's wider fairways than like Oak Hill. Like, I don't think it's just like, a super long, difficult course. Like, I think it's going to be more like 10 to 12 under. Like, I don't think it's going to play. Like, I think someone will shoot like 6 under the first day or something. And like, they've had a bunch of rain. Low wind all week. Again, I'm not like.
It looks like it's gonna like be bad weather when I'm there, which kind of sucks.
On Tuesday it doesn't look. Are you going to the course tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going. I'm literally flying in and going Ubering directly to the course.
Okay,
because Adam will be there already.
What about your bags?
I only have a backpack, and I'm sure I could bring it in.
Okay,
I'll look that up. Actually,
I think you're fine bringing a backpack in.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it's just like going to be a little bit easier. Like the fairways are like pretty wide. Like the rough is thick, but it's not like if you're a little bit offline, like you're going to be in the rough and have to like chip out. Like I don't think it's going to be like that. So yeah, I think they're going to take it like pretty deep, honestly. And I don't know. I mean, I think right now like card is like Hovland 40, Bryson 66. Zal 50.
All right, yeah, I'm down. Where does Cam Young come in on that card? Or
no, he's dead.
Okay,
like you really should not bet Cam Young. Like I would be really upset with you.
I hope he looks like shit tomorrow because I probably will bet him.
Why?
I'm a fucking Cam Young truther. He's gonna break through.
Did you bet him this week?
No. But I didn't bet him at Valspar, and I almost did. Good number, though, 28-1. That was a good number. You said that.
I mean, again, like I think people are like talking about Cam Young, blah blah blah. Like he lost Pete Falcon Malnati. Like that's all you need to know about Cam Young. Like I don't care about any. He lost to Pete Malnati.
Okay, but
he cannot win.
Remember when Harris English lost to Garrett Kigo and then won the next week? You had him.
No, that's not comparable. Harris English is like a fucking big dick winner.
Yeah,
and Garrett Kigo has like turned out really good after that win.
Dude, 2-time winner Pete Malnati. He's fucking in elevated events. Aeon swing 10, guys.
Grayson Murray pop. Honestly, he could be a shout. What is Grayson Murray?
Let's see.
53? ESL.
Dude, we can really make some noise just saying $7,600.
Like he's the same price. Oh my god. Zach Blair's 53. Michael Block 52. Y Yang 52. Like Taylor Montgomery is $100 more expensive than Y Yang.
I think Y Yang might beat him in a matchup. Taylor Montgomery.
This can't be real, but it says Wai Yang has made 27 out of his last 27 cuts.
Definitely not. Unless it's like
No, it's from like
Champions.
when he used to play on the PGA Tour.
Oh, that's
T12 at the
hilarious.
Charles Schwab in 2009.
Dude, comp. I'm down. Yeah, well, I'm gonna watch the end of this Peas game. Thank you for fucking joining me on short notice. We will definitely be talking a ton this week. Follow the Golf Gambling Podcast on Twitter, YouTube. We do a ton of content. If this is your first time checking us out, I will be doing a whole video dedicated to the 6K range, a whole betting video. Just check us out on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Boots on ground all week. DM me if you have any questions. Yeah. So thank you for joining us, Brian, and I will talk to you soon. Peace out.
See ya.